Welcome to the Relationships and Marriage podcast. I'm Raju Panjwani, and with me is Dr. Sapna Sharma, who spent years helping people see clearly as an eye surgeon, and now she helps them see each other clearly as a relationship counselor. We're excited to begin this journey. This is our first episode, really. So you might ask, why are we doing this? That's the question we asked ourselves before we hit record. Why talk about marriage when the internet has a zillion other opinions and memes and not a whole lot of truth, I suppose. But here's why. Because we know what silence sounds like. I mean, I've had my experiences and we can talk more about that. And I'm sure Sapna will have her experiences. I mean, we've seen couples living like roommates after many years of togetherness and marriage. We've seen fights that never resolve, or in my case, no fights, but everything dies eventually, and we don't know what love is, and we start to explore other things, and we don't know why all that happens. And here, this conversation is going to be about unfolding of some of those things. We've also seen what's possible when people stop pretending and they start really talking to each other. As I was relating to you, this happened like yesterday with my ex-wife. You go ahead.
Yeah, hi all. Really happy to be here. We've been meaning to do this for a very long time. Raju and me, we have been discussing that this is something that we need to talk about. I have been a relationship counselor for over 20 years now, so have a wealth of data, I would say, and experience to share with you. We've been trying to put together our experiences, then correlate it with the experiences of others. A lot of things which are coming at us. Also, the generation difference, what's happening today, what was happening like 20 years back, what was happening before that. We see that one thing which is definitely not been happening is anyone teaching anyone or anyone coaching anyone on how to be in a marriage. And the most interesting thing is that we talk about jobs, which is like a 1/3 of our life. We work so hard on it. We train and we coach and we re-coach and we keep on doing that all our life. But for something as important as relationships, which is with us from day one of our life till the last year of our life, we don't talk. We don't like to talk about it. We don't mind being in mess. We don't mind creating more mess. We don't mind, unraveling in that whole mess, missing out on life on that whole mess, but we don't want to talk about that awkwardness around it. That awkwardness around the most important. So we have been discussing that, we need to talk about this. And yeah, here we are with this podcast, the Relationships and Marriage podcast.
Yeah, so I want to be sure that this doesn't sound like we're trying to fix you or your partner. It's about just simply seeing yourself. Maybe for the first time, if some of this strikes you as we start our episodes, episode number 1 will come very shortly. It's about seeing yourself in a way that's real for you. We'll discuss things like what communication is and silence is, but it's about a real question. Can I really love someone that I don't like anymore? Because I've grown to sort of grow apart, as they say, right? Can we rebuild that trust with each other without actually burying the past, because the past is the past? But you're aware it happened. I'd say, what if the answer is not therapy, but something else?
Yeah, we are definitely not doing therapy here. We are definitely not telling who's right or wrong. We're not trying to fix anything. We're just trying to create some conversations around something which is very real, which is very important, which is very you and me, which is happening with us every day. We're just trying to have a conversation around everything that really, really matters.
Why should people listen to us? I mean, maybe give them a little flavor for why we think we've qualified, we've earned it.
Like I said, that I have been a relationship counselor and coach for more than 20 years now. Myriad experiences. I have my clients based across the globe. They come from all walks of life. And yeah, let us tell them, Raju, that I'm here based in India and you are speaking to us from the US. And we are talking about a lot of different cultural differences also. Everything that we have seen and experienced in our personal lives also, with us, with the families around us, and that we experience every day. We're going to be talking based on experience and data that we have collected all these years. I guess good enough reason for them to listen to us.
I suppose, but I think they also need to know what kind of relationships we experience personally, not just, clients. And I coach leaders in connecting with people, relationship with yourself, relationship with your team members, relationship with your bosses and, spouse, and what have you, and children. It's all integral, right, to who we are. I will share simply that I got divorced early. It was an arranged marriage that I had from India, and nothing that arranged marriages are good or bad. I'm not saying that. I'm simply saying that mine did not work out after we had 2 kids and trying very hard in the process. 13 years, experienced what love was in truth, because, love meant something else and it turns out it was something else. And we can talk about that in episodes. Fell in love with this lovely lady in America and met her on a subway. We were together for 21 years and then she died. So it's like sometimes you beat yourself up. You go, what is my life? The first one didn't work out, and the second one didn't work out for different reasons. So I have a lot to say about all this, how I feel, because this is at an emotional level, what you then are left with. I'm not talking about scars and things like that, but I'm talking about just the fact that it's real. We recognize that, separations, divorces, love, etc., and the whole definition of love. And I have a lot to say about love. So anyway, that's just me.
Yeah. So we all experience relationships in different formats. And let me tell you that all the people that I have met over the years, not just as clients, friends, families, there's nothing called as a perfect relationship. Like you experienced two marriages, I experienced one marriage. It's more interesting when you feel that you're a relationship expert and then you are going through it, the same thing. And then you realize it, you look at it in a different way altogether.
Yep.
Why is this happening to me? You make more efforts to, make it work. It has to work. I'm supposed to be a relationship counselor. But
Right.
it doesn't work that way. I'm also a parenting counselor, and no, my children don't always go the way I want them to go. Yeah, you just become more conscious. I guess with your experiences, you become more conscious. But relationships is about not just yourself, it's about the other people also. Always, whoever. And I believe that everyone is good. I don't think people are bad.
That's
everyone is good. It's just that, how do you interact in a relationship? That's the whole thing about it. That's what we want to talk about.
All right, so tune in, look forward to our episodes, and we'll pick a topic for each episode. We'll let you know how it goes, and you guys tell us how it's going for you. All right, we'll sign off here, and then we'll start with episode 1.
See you soon.